What's up, YouTube? It's Izzy Seiko. I am re-recording this video, so I'm super salty. I'm gonna be super jaded while I'm talking, and I apologize because I recorded the whole video and then I found out that I had an echo because I forgot to plug in my headphones, and it's a dub. So I didn't want to upload that because it sounded like two of me, and while two of me is great, astral projection, Morgan shit, okay, nobody wants to hear that. So re-recording this video on Injustice 2. Now, we all saw that trailer. That trailer was hot fire. And I'm the biggest Injustice hater in the world. I am not a fan of Mortal Kombat, nor am I a fan of Injustice. I've never really fucked with DC Comics. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up with Marvel predominantly, as in game and in comic. My first comics that I ever read were actually from Image, not Marvel. So I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I know everything about Marvel. I really don't. The only Marvel characters that I truly follow, probably Wolverine and like Storm. And Storm doesn't have too many standalone comics. Obviously, Wolverine has the Old Man Logan series, and he has like the Death of Wolverine and all of these new dope comics that came out. So those are the ones that I predominantly follow, if anyone cares about what comics I read. But the Injustice 2 trailer, I ignored the first one. I work at a game store, so people come in and ask me about Injustice, and I'm like, why don't you play a real nigga game? Play some Capcom shit. You know, I'm a little mouthy when it comes to DC and like NetherRealm games. I'm not really like super on it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But after seeing the second trailer, I was like, okay, you got it. All right, I'm interested. Let's talk business. Okay. My cold ass coffee. Okay. So in the trailer, I'm not going to do a video, an in video, because I've already seen the trailer. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, look how amazing this is, because I've already seen it probably like 4 times. Plus, now it's a YouTube ad, so every time I want to watch some like janky West Indian music while I'm doing my makeup, I have to hear the young god Brainiac talking about redrawing lines. No problem. But we see Superman killing the Joker. This shit is wild. This nigga just took Batman's job. Like, GG, nigga is unemployed. There's just gone. It's over. Every arc of Batman versus Joker, dead, done. That nigga gone, dead, bodied. So we're like, why is Soups out here like throwing punches through niggas fucking like pectorals? So supposedly the story, I did a little research. I snooped a few YouTube videos. I looked at a few forums, and the story is the Joker tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane while she was pregnant. So that's why we see the ultrasound of the baby, and Superman throws his head back and screams, and we see him chained up. So the plot of Injustice is supposedly, what do you do when superheroes aren't superheroes anymore? Can superheroes always stay good? How do you handle something like a threat to the morality of someone who is all-powerful? And it's cool because I don't know if you guys read Mark Millar comics at all. Was it Mark Millar? No, it's not Mark Millar, and I can't remember the guy who writes it. It's called Irredeemable, and it's a series called Irredeemable and Incorruptible, and it's about basically this character who is very similar to Superman, and he falls in love with a reporter, and instead of her being the Lois Lane and being so fantastic and keeping a secret, she outs his shit, and she just puts his whole secret identity on blast and doesn't want to be with him anymore, and she ruins his life, and this nigga goes ape shit, and he turns into the biggest villain ever known to man. And because he turns into the biggest villain known to man, his counterpart villain, his person that he was fighting against for the better good of humanity, is forced to become a hero, because who can stand up to the greatest superhero of all time turning into a villain? The greatest supervillain of all time turning into a hero. And it's one of the best comics I've ever read. It's called Irredeemable and Incorruptible. So Irredeemable is the storyline of the the good hero, and Incorruptible is the storyline of the supervillain turning into hero. And the way you read it, I think you read one Irredeemable and then one Incorruptible, and you go back and forth between the series. But that's completely off topic. It's super cool, and I think it's very closely related to what Injustice is trying to do with their story mode. But check it out if you're into that sort of thing. And touching on story mode in Injustice, one thing that I talked to a lot of my friends about was that we're seeing a lot of fighting games with more immersive stories, and I don't know how I feel about that, because me as a fighting game player, I typically tend to just buy the game, pop it in, and go straight to training mode, and try to get my bread and butters down in my combos and everything all sorted out. I generally don't play a story mode. I know there was a lot of backlash with Street Fighter V with the lack of the story mode and the fact that we had to wait on DLC for the rest of the story modes and all this extra shit that went on. Capcom really dropped the ball on that. That being said, Street Fighter V was still named the best fighting game of the year. There was not much competition. This, however, is a huge year for fighting games. We have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, we've got Injustice 2, and I'm not sure what else is really coming out. We've got a lot of shit dropping this year. So NetherRealm kicked it up, and they released that they are going to actually have a storyboard to Injustice. We're going to find out, about all these characters. We're going to see how they tie into each other's lives. We're going to see why they're fighting. With the win and opening quotes, we're going to hear a lot about how the two characters will interact with each other. It's not, it's not going to be just like Harley Quinn like, hey, Puddin', and then Batman's like, my parents. They're actually going to interact, and you're going to hear from those opening and closing quotes, the win and lose quotes, you're going to hear a little bit about their story and how they are with each other, for lack of better words. Am I happy about this? I don't know. It depends on how far NetherRealm takes it. If it's more of like a very, very story heavy with minimal fighting throughout the story mode, I think that they're kind of throwing too much seasoning into the pot and they're going to ruin a good thing. However, if they find that perfect balance and they really make it saucy and it's really good, they may have won over a fan for their franchise, because I talk so much shit about Injustice. I don't know if it's the East Coast in me that just pops off all the time, but everyone who says they play Injustice, I'm like, oh, so you play garbage. Okay, no problem. But after that trailer, I was like, I might be diddling with glad bags because this shit look fire. I don't know. But this is not the only game that they've been talking about putting a story mode that really explains the plot between the characters. I was reading the Game Informer article from this month on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and the devs from Marvel for MVCI, they were talking about the same thing. This is going to be the fourth Marvel vs. Capcom game where we see the two universes warring, but we really didn't get a good explanation as to why they are fighting. We're just hyped to see like X-Men versus Street Fighter, and we're like, ooh yeah, I like that. But why are they even fighting? Why are they even in the same universe? And we've never really gotten a competent explanation as to why the two universes are even at war. Versus something like Project X Zone, where we see, there's a reasoning why all these characters are coming together and are in the same universe and are going back and forth. But yeah, I'm a little worried about how they're gonna do this. I'm curious to see. I mean, Injustice comes out in May. MVCI, we don't have an exact release date for it yet. It just is late 2017. If we're lucky, maybe before EVO. Probably not, because that's not late 2017. But I just want to see it. I just want to see what I've been waiting for. Like, such a tease. Like, come on. But I'm hype. How do you guys feel about a more story-heavy mode in FGC games? Do you think that it's worthwhile for the devs to spend so much time and money on this, or should they just focus mostly on removing the bugs and creating really, really good, juicy characters that have lots of combos and visual appeal and just making everything look flawless? What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Injustice is going to outsell Marvel vs. Capcom? Do you think that Injustice is going to be the new franchise to take a look at? Will you be playing Injustice, or are you holding out for your Capcom daddy to deliver the sauce, as I am? But I don't know if I'm waiting anymore. I have no fucking idea. This is a total... They just threw me out there with this trailer. I was like, God damn, this shit is godlike. And last but not least, of course, they released the beta. Well, they released the beta code sign up for Injustice 2 on the 19th. That was 2 days ago. So now you guys have the ability to sign up for that beta. I will put the link down below for you to enter your email for the beta. It's North America only, unfortunately. So I'm sorry if I have any viewers that are outside of North America. You won't be able to use the beta as well. It's only PS4 and Xbox One. So no PC beta as of yet. Maybe it'll be released further. This beta will run for an entire month. They said that they're gonna start off. What were the 4 characters? Okay, Batman, Superman, Supergirl, and there's one other character that they're gonna release at beta launch. And they said after that, I think it's every week afterwards, they're gonna release more characters for you to play with. Androxus, is that his name? Like I said, I'm not a huge DC fan. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know who the fuck that is. But his something with an A, he's gonna be available to play when the beta launches. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry, I failed y'all. But hey, you get 4 playable characters at the release of beta. So again, I'll put that down below. I have signed up for 3 beta codes using my 3 emails. Hopefully, I will get 2. 1 for myself and 1 for a lucky viewer. If you guys don't watch this and forget to sign up, hopefully I will have an extra and I will do a giveaway for that. You just have to comment below or something. I'll make a video about it. But that is really all I have to say about Injustice 2. I am excited. I am ashamed to say I'm excited because I am such a bitch when it comes to that kind of shit. And I don't know, they really sparked my interest with that trailer. Again, let me know your thoughts on the trailer. If you haven't watched it yet, please go out and watch it. Show them some support, and then come back here and just let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you're an Injustice player. Who do you play? Who do you plan on playing? There are tons of roster leaks. I'm not even going to make a video about it and pretend like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because there's conspiracy theories and then concept art leaks and then there are roster leaks and then there's this and there's that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have no idea, but this shit looks spicy and I'm interested. Alright guys, I'm going to put that link for the beta down below. Take a look at it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. Bye.